Hey guys, welcome back to Overtakes. I'm Kel.
And this is Misfit.
And we are here to talk week 4 of stage 3, Friday and Saturday. Going over what happened. So starting it off, we had Boston Uprising kicking the shit out of Dallas Fuel. What a surprise.
Anyway.
Boston Uprising have a 12-game winning streak. Moving on.
Yeah. Dallas, the no-care Fuel.
Yeah, the no-care Fuel.
CJ Cutler.
Right.
Smoking Dallas Fuel.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Dallas just looked like the dumpster fire that they are. Boston looked like the crazy good team that they are. So
yeah. And they did.
What happens when those teams meet? Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets ugly.
Boston is on such a uptick and they're playing so well together. I mean, did anyone expect anything different in this?
Not at all.
Boston took 1 point on Blizzard World and 2 points on Junkertown when Boston literally was fucking around.
Yeah.
Because I watched the end of that match and it was just like, all right, we're going to win this, but let's just do whatever.
It's basically like that last map was basically the equivalent of the the final week of the NFL season when all the teams just sit their starters.
Yeah.
That's basically what that map was.
Yeah, pretty much.
And they were playing like a bottom tier, we don't need to bring anything else up.
Yeah, that was pretty much what we're... exactly.
Yeah.
Bottom tier, that team. Let's go to the match of the day on Thursday. This one was a good one.
Yes.
Unlike the last match on Wednesday.
Unlike the other match that won 5 games on
This is what I expected that match to
be. This was phenomenal.
Yeah.
This was just two pretty damn good teams trying their damnedest to get into the playoffs, and man, was it just so fun to watch. And just some really excellent performances. And this is where the Gladiators really have solidified themselves as a team that can get it done when it matters.
Yeah. And they had that big win against London. Momentum carried over a little bit. I mean, they did the same thing.
They almost had the same thing happen where they almost got reverse swept, but when it came to Oasis, they came through in the clutch.
Yeah, and
that's where it really matters for this team.
Houston actually, I'm going to say this about Houston, they did well on a map set that doesn't necessarily favor the Junkrat.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this was a big step, I think, for Houston, even though they lost.
Agreed.
In the end, they look good. I love watching these teams play each other because the tank play is insanely good.
Oh, man.
And it's just...
so good.
When you want to see good tanks play, this is when the Gladiators play Houston. You have Muma, Fact Fiction, and Cool Matt playing for Houston. Cool Matt has been playing out of his mind too.
Yeah.
And the Gladiators, you got Fissure and Bishu lighting it up, and it's just great to watch. And this is where we got a lot of good Surefour play. He's slowly becoming one of my favorite DPS players in the league.
Oh, for sure. I love watching this guy play. He's just no matter what character he's playing, he's just a freaking monster. I feel like he's getting to the point where he's playing like the way people expected Fleta to be. Yeah.
He's on that, he's getting on level, and he's got that cool as fuck kind of look when he's playing. It's like, he doesn't look like he's pressing, doesn't look like he's stressed. He's kind of got that just level-headed, and you can tell when he plays. He's very, very, not careful, but calculated as to what he's doing. And generally, lately, it's been working out very, very well.
And that's a perfect term for how he plays, is just calculated, cold and calculated. Yeah. It's just, perfect for that guy. And it's really fun to watch that guy play.
And you throw in Hydration and Asher.
Mm-hmm. Especially with the way that Hydration has been playing.
Yeah.
Oh, man. He's been a beast.
I can do without the dude with all the water bottles strapped to his fucking head. I really can. That guy can go away. In the arena. I get it. You're like the people here that wear the dog masks. Stop.
Yeah.
Fucking over it. That's a rant. That'll be on one of our randomness things. If someone just says dog pound to me, I will go absolutely batshit crazy for about 10 minutes and tell you how stupid it is, which I'm pretty much doing right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, to Houston. So outside of their tanks, as a team, they played a lot better on a map set that was not conducive to their play, as far as DPS goes. The one thing I've been noticing, and maybe it's because I've been watching way too much Jonak and Ark and the supports for London and
New
Boston.
York and Boston, all these guys.
Raucus, Bonnie, and Blank haven't been the same, it seems like. Bonnie's actually been picking up his game, but
Bonnie's been playing really well, yeah.
Raucus seems like he's been a little bit off. I don't know what it is. I mean, I'm not going by stats. I'm going by eye test here. I mean, the stats probably could tell you something different, but he's kind of like in the middle of the pack. Where at the beginning of stage 2, towards the middle of it, I was kind of like, he was kind of working his way up into that Jonak, Badosin range of players.
When they made that run towards the end of stage 1 to get into the playoffs there, Raucus was playing out of his freaking mind.
Yeah.
And he's just fallen off quite a bit since then.
Yeah, and they need him to pull these games out. They need him to be like he was in stage 1.
Yeah.
Because this was a close match, and they gutted it out to get it to 5, but they just couldn't finish it off in the end. And some of it, I think, is the support play.
Yeah, their supports are definitely leaving a lot to be desired.
Yeah, and granted, it's hard when you got guys playing heroes that they're not used to playing.
Right.
Playing Tracer, that they're going to die more. I mean, it happens when you do it personally. When you're playing someone you're not comfortable with, you're going to die more because you don't know all of the positioning. You get out of position, when to blink, or whatever is going on with that. But still, they just need to pick that up. And unfortunately, when you're playing a team like the Gladiators and they got Chaz and Big Goose, you got to be like on top of your A game.
Right. Because those are guys that we really haven't mentioned this week, because I would say of their players, they were, stat-wise, they were definitely the best on their team. I feel like they didn't have as much of an impact as they normally do.
They didn't have to.
And that's the thing, is they didn't have to be the carriers of the team this week. And that should be absolutely terrifying to teams playing the Gladiators right now.
Because when Chaz and Big Goose don't have to carry and they focus on doing what they have to do, you get these 3-2 wins.
Yep.
Where they fall into trouble, and when they lose, it's when Big Goose and Chaz have to carry.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch Chaz get to play May and do stuff like that, but he's doing that, or when the one time he's on Tracer, he's doing that because he has to.
Right.
And, or Big Goose is on Sombra, it's because he had to. But they've got their DPS worked out and everything now, so these guys can focus on what they do best, and it's definitely showing in the wins.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's move on to the last match of the day. I mean, this was a tough match, though the score didn't say it. Florida actually could have taken this to 5 because Side Player decided he had a mission to just destroy Soon's life.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck he had against Soon in this, but holy shit. I mean, it started at the beginning of the match when he was, and I think this is more egregious than the teabagging shit. And this is my team, was when Side Player went up to the door with Widowmaker and was like, "Hi, fuck you," and started shooting at the door, basically calling them out. Granted, he backed it up 90% of the way, but still, I mean, that's some bullshitty things. But other than that Widowmaker display was freaking believable.
That was unreal. Just, what was it? 33% critical headshots?
That's unbelievable.
Absolutely absurd.
Like, he had the guys on the desk like Brent, who's just generally like not complimentary to things other than the line of Spitfire.
Right.
And a couple other things. He was just like, I don't know what just happened. Whatever that was, I've never seen anything like that. And I have to agree with him.
Yeah. Seeing a performance like that, these teams have got to watch out for Florida in the last stage, and then going into season 2. The Florida that's going to be a team to watch with Sayaplaya, and Logics. If they can get their supports up to par,
which is the hardest part right now.
Yeah, for sure. That is going to make Florida a really dangerous team.
Yeah, because if you have him going wild on Widowmaker like that, I mean, in the Valiant tried, they just couldn't get in. If you got basically in front of him on that last map, you were dead.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried with Junkrat. He just killed everybody. Genji.
Yeah. No one could get to
Watch the kill feed on that, just on that Junkertown map alone. He was doing it the whole match too, but on Junkertown alone, it was just insano. But the Valiant should have taken care of business a little bit better in this. It should not have got to that point, in my opinion.
They were lucky to walk away with 3 maps.
Yeah, because if it went to Oasis, that would have been it. That could have been tricky for the Valiant to try and pull that off.
Right.
Especially as hot as side player got there.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it's a different map. You're not going to be running the Widow thing.
But there's sections of that map where you can easily run Widow, and he would have been on fire. And even if he wasn't running Widow, he could have switched to one of the other.
He could have switched to one of his other heroes.
One of the other hit scans.
Yeah. McCree or something like that. Yeah,
ripped it up with McCree. That's a really good map for McCree. It's a really good soldier map.
Yeah. And he's great on both of those too. But
yeah.
The Valiant got lucky to get out of that one alive.
Yes.
Because he did have to switch off a Widow at the end there. When you're playing that last point on Junkertown, running a Widow is kind of tricky when you got to get, like, they literally had to go like a foot, well, however far.
Yeah, it was like a meter.
They were in the box. They were in the box. They weren't all the way to the end of it.
Yeah, they had like 2 or 3 meters to go, something close like that.
Yeah, and the one thing though that was constantly good for the Valiant was their tank play.
Yeah.
Side player neutralized soon. They didn't neutralize Bunny though. I'll tell you. We said that before the match. Bunny was going to be a big problem for Florida because he killed him when he was on Soul, and he was.
Yep.
And I would, I want to say that, I didn't think that was going to be a big deal. Them getting Bunny because I didn't think he was going to play that much. But in this stage, he has proven to be a difference maker for them.
Well, I think also it showed just how big of a hero pool that Soon has, too.
Yeah.
I think we didn't really, because he was pretty much always playing Tracer, I think we just didn't realize just how good he can be on other characters. So I think that was a big factor in it as well.
Yeah, and they're kind of similar to Gladiators, the other team in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
You have Agilities who does the Farah, the Swiss Army knife, all the heroes.
Mm-hmm.
You got Bunny, who's pretty much Asher.
Yeah.
And then you got Soon doing the Surefour kind of work.
But I would definitely put Bunny way above Asher as a player.
Well, I'm just saying, like, the way they're rotating their DPS.
Yeah.
Bunny's way better. And I thought Bunny was the worst of the two Tracer players that Soul had, but I don't think that anymore.
No.
I think Soul let the wrong guy go.
I think so too. Well, I feel like they shouldn't have let either of them go, honestly.
Right. But if you had to let one of them go,
I would have kept Bunny instead of Munchkin.
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
Yeah. But let's move on to Saturday. Starting it off, we had London just absolutely demolishing San Francisco.
Prophet stopped eating pizza and started playing Overwatch. Gotta watch that video, guys, I'm telling you.
It's so good.
Prophet eating pizza is my new Zen moment.
If we don't get memes of Prophet, like the faces that he was making in that video, if we don't get memes, then our community is dead.
Yeah, and I also said, after watching that, I want Jeff to be sitting down in front of the fire doing whatever he was doing for the Christmas Day thing, and I want Prophet to be sitting next to him eating pizza. And give him coffee and not tell him it, because that wasn't even funny. Anyway, Prophet actually
because he not only did he drink the coffee, he smashed it.
He smashed it. He thought it was like Coke or something.
He chugged it like it was Coke, and it was not. And the face she makes after is so good. It was
like he made like the vomit noise too, like
but so good.
Prophet's like one of my favorite players in the league. He's like your little brother that's just a shit.
Yeah.
He's got that look on his face.
But
like
you have to love him because he's your brother, but like it's just like, God,
he did something sneaky.
I hate you.
He has that I did something sneaky look all the fucking time.
Yes, he does.
And he was not sneaky in this match at all.
No.
He was he was old Prophet in this one.
Yeah.
He was stage 1 Prophet. I'm going to kill everybody Prophet.
Yeah.
And I keep saying this, his Junkrat's better than Jake's. Shoot me.
I mean, his Junkrat is...
And his McCree and his
unreal.
Tracer. He's like the number 3... I think actually, right now, he's the number 1 Tracer in the league. Wow. If you go on Winston's Live.
That's absurd.
He's still great.
All the other guys that play Tracer, that's absolutely absurd. But yeah, London just completely demolished them. San Francisco was not prepared for...
You are not prepared.
Right.
They definitely should have seen that spray coming.
Right.
Okay, so speaking of not prepared, let's move on to the next match of the day.
Oh, man. Well, we thought, it's like, oh, hey, maybe Seoul kind of turned things around, even though they didn't look that great in that match.
That match just happened, that last match.
That was just kind of, it happened and they won, but...
They kind of kept it close in this one, but it was really never in doubt.
No.
I mean, they took points and stuff like that, but New York is just... They're one step better.
Right. Well, like,
at this point, 10 steps
then,
better,
like,
but...
It almost feels like New York is, like, toying with them when they allow them to get points and stuff. You're just like... They're just like, yeah, whatever, we'll get you on the next one.
Well, and the thing with them is... And it's Seoul, and I think it's almost like they wanted it to be a match.
Yeah.
I don't want to say they were throwing, but they wanted it to be a match because it's Seoul, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of, like, this needs to be a little bit better.
Right.
Well, it's like, they seemed like they backed off a little bit, and I was like...
Right, yeah, we'll give them this point, whatever.
We're not going to let them have anything on 66.
Yeah.
Because no. And Pine went nuts again.
Oh my god.
Oh man. I understand why he doesn't play all the time.
Yeah.
And you know what? It benefits them, and it
really does. when they can play him, they're just like, all right, Pine, do your thing.
Because he played most of this match. I mean, he played on Volskaya, he played on Ilios, he was playing all over the place.
Yeah.
And he did Pine things.
Yep.
I mean, there's no other way to describe it. To see
absolutely ridiculous.
Saya Player is very similar to him.
Yeah.
Except for Saya Player is a better, like, he's better on the tracer.
Yeah.
So you could run him, like, on all the maps. Yeah, a little bit more frequently. But they both have that twitch reflex, insane...
Just stupid. Yeah. Absolutely stupid.
And there's a reason why both of those guys are gods on McCree and Widowmaker. It's because of that.
Right.
There really wasn't much to say. Soul looked like they've looked all since the middle of last stage 2. Yeah. Just whatever. And you know, it really kills them that Zumba's not playing.
Yes, it does.
As much as and Rouge Han is a little off, and you know the burnout thing, we talked about that, but you know. Not having that great diva in there, and Zephyr, like I keep saying, Zephyr's not terrible, but he's not Zumba.
Exactly.
And that is such a huge difference. And Miro's been off too. Mm-hmm. And like all of these guys that were gods before, they're kind of like a little bit off. You know, Munchkin's a little bit off.
Fleta's a little bit off.
Yeah, Fleta looks a little. Fleta counter carried him in this and got him whatever they got. Really.
Right.
In my opinion. He's the only player that's been, like, on. I think they're trying stuff because some of these guys are burnt out. That's the only explanation I have, and Bunny's been hurt.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, it's just been really bizarre watching this team go from, like, oh, is anybody going to be able to beat them to, are they going to be able to beat anybody?
Yeah. Other than the bottom.
Yeah, like they're just kind of mediocre at this point. Like they can beat the teams that are worse than them, but the teams that are as good or better than them, they just can't. They can't get it done.
And occasionally beat a team like Houston or the Valiant.
Yeah,
they're not going to be.
But it's like those teams. They should be handling those just as well as they do the lower tier teams, and then they should be having dogfights with teams like New York and London and Boston, but they're just getting their teeth kicked in by these by the really good teams.
Yeah, I know, and it's it is what it is right now, and I know everyone wants Seoul to be great. You know what? I don't think they're, and I'll say this right now. I don't think they're making the final playoffs. I don't think they got it in them.
With the way that they've been playing, if they do make it in, it's going to be lower seeded, and they're probably going to lose in the first round.
Yeah, because they're going to have to play New York, and they're not going to be able to handle it.
Right, they're going to have to play New York, or they're going to have to play, who's the second team? Boston now?
Boston or London.
Yeah.
Or even one of the LA teams. I don't even think they could beat them.
Yeah.
At this point, they might be able to get the Valiant, because the Valiant are up and down.
Yeah.
But they're not a playoff team right now.
I can't put my faith in them at all.
No.
Not at all.
I mean, in stage 4, I know San Francisco is going to be better.
Right.
Are they going to be better than, are they going to be above the Mayhem and the Fuel and the Dragons?
Dragons? They should be, but...
I mean, is that where they're going to finish, is what I'm saying? Are they going to be 9 out of 12?
Yeah.
Because, before the league started, everyone said they're going to have to shut the league down because they're going to win every damn game. Go 40-0.
New York is doing that for them.
Yeah. See, but even New York have their moments.
Their moments, right?
Okay, now let's go over this last match. We're done with that. Let's go over this last match. Philadelphia.
What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
We know you like to go to 5, but really, Shanghai?
Yeah.
That's the team you want to 5 with?
And
And then you got blanked on Junkertown?
But listen, Shanghai played out of their minds in this game.
Shanghai played really well. This was probably the coming out party for Grigori. Like she
was, and Addo
shredded, and Addo was a monster as well.
Yeah, both of those. You know, she's gonna be great in this league.
Yes,
I want them to get a fucking support system, like a supports. And Fearless is okay on the Winston main tank. He's okay. Not sold on him yet.
But he should be a backup.
If on any other team, he would be a backup. But here, he's not. I hope they make some moves in the offseason because I want everybody to know that this girl she's a top 5 diva in the league.
They've got talent on this. There is some talent on this team, and it's just being wasted by inept management and team building. But
yeah, and I think they work them too much. That's my opinion.
That too.
Burnout kind of thing. You know, Philadelphia, they didn't look horrible in this match. I also don't think that they were ready for Shanghai to come out and just start.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, they came through when it mattered and they won it, but at the same time, like, they're way too inconsistent guys, and it's just like you can't play like that. If you're expecting to win in the stage playoffs or even get into the stage playoffs at this point, because they're on the outside looking in.
Yeah, and they're in that mashup with all those other teams. Because
I think they're at they don't even have positive map differential right now.
No, I think they're negative because of the damn 5 map thing. They're like they might be -2, I think.
They're at 0 right now.
At 0, okay. Soul's at
-500 on their map differential. They're at 500 on their win-loss in this stage.
And they're 500 on everything.
Right. I mean, across the board, as middle of the pack as you can be.
Yeah, at this point, though, and we've talked a lot about the positives with Philadelphia. This is not a negative. I guess it is. At this point, you can't use the communication, this team's just has been together for blah, blah, blah thing anymore.
Yeah.
With the players on that team, they should be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Not hovering at 4-4, 500 with the maps and map differential and all the other stuff. You know, playing great against New York and then playing shitty against Shanghai. They should be playing great all the time.
Yeah.
And they should be, in my opinion, they shouldn't be at 4-4. They should be about where the Valiant are. They should have 2 more wins.
Yeah.
Because a couple of those games, they let slip away because of whatever is going on. And it seems like if they don't have 66 as that last map, they fall into a big fucking problem.
Yeah, they really do.
They're not good on Junkertown, which I really don't get. I know they're different maps, but is it really, I mean, there's a different play style, but with the tracer play and the DPS style that they have, they should rule that map.
Yeah, they should rule just about any escort map.
Yeah.
Should be like their dominion.
Yeah, with Carpe and with Silo and Dante.
Yeah.
You have literally 3 guys that can...
That should be able to find a DPS combo that works. And the fact that they haven't yet is really concerning.
Yeah. I think teams are figuring out too, like we've been saying, Carpe, you neutralize Carpe.
Yeah.
And Snillo, you know, people just deal with tracers sometimes. They just let them do what they do. Like Florida. You know, they just let their supports die and they deal with the Widowmaker, which works sometimes and it doesn't. Or, you know, the other DPS. And I think that's a valid strategy against Philadelphia.
Right.
Because if you leave Carpe alone, that's when they win. Mm-hmm. Their supports are great, and, you know, even Nevix, like the question was Nevix all the time. And now he's playing well, and Fraggy's been playing well. It's just, I don't know how, I don't know, it's confusing to me. They seem like they're playing well, but I guess they're not, is what I'm trying to get to.
Right. I don't know. This team, I've lost a lot of faith in them after they had that phenomenal run in stage 2.
Yeah.
They've just kind of fallen off a little bit.
And after that,
I don't know.
And after this week, I don't really know what to think. They had that, whatever that match was against Seoul, and Shanghai gave them a freaking game.
Yeah. Shanghai was very close to getting their first win.
Yeah, and it's a good thing for Philadelphia that they have a better understanding of Oasis than Shanghai does.
Right.
Well, and they also have Fraggy. When they get into university, you got Fraggy playing Reinhardt. Yeah. That's a big advantage against any team.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was watching that. I was actually at real life at work. I was finishing cleaning up, and I work in a kitchen, and I was cleaning it up, and I had the match on, and I'm like, oh, come on, Shanghai. I had to stop and watch the Oasis map. I'm like, you guys kick their ass on Junkertown. Yeah. Come on, just keep it rolling. And, even the Philadelphia fans in the crowd were kind of rooting for Shanghai at that point.
Right.
Because they played so well in this match, and it was a shame they had to lose. But you know what? That's the best match they played.
Yeah.
Other than, if you go all the way back to stage 1 when they went to 5 with Seoul, they just been garbage.
Yeah, straight up.
And with Gaguri and Addo playing the way they do, I'm looking forward to see what they do. I'm kind of hoping they play Dallas.
Right.
to see what happens. But that's going to do it for the back half of the week. Recap. We will see you guys with our previews. Don't forget, this is a stage playoff week coming up. So, we'll be doing some extra stuff for you guys, especially on Sunday. I'll be doing a Discord. I'll be on Discord, and we'll be, have a watch party kind of thing. Get you guys involved. Kel will join us a little bit later.
Yeah.
For a recap.
We'll get a little preview out for the stage playoffs once those are all finalized on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for all that good stuff. Don't forget about our subscription. We want to get to 200 subscribers by the end of the stage. We got a long way to go, but we still want to make sure this.
Yeah, we still want to get something going for you guys.
Try to get this going for you guys, and then the winner of the stage 4 playoff, or the stage 4 High Noon Pick'em, will win a prize. So also go check that out as well.
Yeah.
You gotta check us out on all the social media, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
See you guys on the next one.